welcome to my channel, Gabs the Collector. Gabs here. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Today we have something different. I didn't want my channel to be about famous people and gossip that's happening, or because I just I didn't want my channel to be like that. I wanted it to be more so for collectibles, but can't stay quiet anymore, because yes, I do put my thoughts on Instagram, sometimes Facebook, but I don't know, it's more harder when it's just typing out in words, whereas a video is actually, to me, much better way of doing things. Now this is about the Britney and Justin Timberlake. I don't know if it's true, but I'll put a photo up so you guys can see it. But apparently he's saying that I'm looking at here at TV, but you guys will see it. He's saying that he wants to focus on his family, trying not to concern himself with Britney's memoir. And it's like, and then he said that he's been supportive of her from a distance, and he respects her, which is a big lie. And then he says that Justin and Jessica, so now he's putting his wife in the middle. He just wants everyone to grow and evolve instead of continuing to bring up the past. Now, for me, that's an issue, because it's like, you know what? If they broke up and then nothing was said from both of them, like both of them stayed quiet, then I'll give him that. Then he can say, no, let's not bring up the past, let's evolve. But no, he can't. He doesn't have a right to say that when he has been constantly bringing up the past every time and every chance he has, just to further his career. That's why he did it. His single, Like I Love You, or whatever it's called, didn't do so well. It did okay, but it didn't do so well, like NSYNC level. So then it's like, well, you know what can I do now? Oh, let's live off Britney fame, and let's make her out to be the villain, or let's make her out to be the SLUT, and then I can further my career. And that's exactly what he did. And then he spoke about her in an interview on a radio show, saying that she did lose her virginity to him. And then you would think, okay, he said something, okay, be quiet. Oh, like he said quiet. No. Then in 2006, he had an interview with Barbara Walters, and he bursted out laughing when she asked him about Britney and if she kept her promise until marriage. And then it's like, so basically he's saying no, she didn't. So he still brought her up, all while Britney was staying silent. And then he says that and then again in 2009, where he brought her up again when he was on Saturday Night Live, and he did a joke about, like a sketch, where he played an immigrant ancestor moving to America, and his character would imagine the bright future of America, like, the future he can have there. And then he actually said he'll date a popular female singer, publicity, and then in public they'll claim to be virgins, but privately he hid it. And then cue laughter, that's where they laughed. And it's like, seriously? So now, because you're scared of whatever's in the book, now you want people to grow up and evolve and move on, but you didn't do that. All right, I can understand if, like I said, if both of them stayed quiet and they moved on privately, then okay, then in all honesty, there'd be no reason to bring up anything. And if Britney was to write a book about her conservatorship, but she left stuff with him out of the book, then you know what, that's fine, because none of them spoke about it. They worked on it privately, like on, they worked on moving on and everything privately. But he didn't do that at all. And he constantly built up his career from her. And now that he has something maybe with NSYNC, and I know they've got a new song, but I think they're going to maybe do more music and an album, I'm not sure. But he's also got new music coming out apparently, and the movie Trolls as well, part 2. Of course now he's going to be like, oh no, don't bring up the past, because he knows he's going to be, I don't know if it's cancelled, but he's going to get a lot of crap for this. If, in all honesty, if he actually said, yes, I effed up, I know what I did was wrong, and you know what, I'm going to let Britney have her time, because to her, this isn't the past. I mean, it is technically, but because she's had to stay so quiet, it's not really the past, if that makes sense. And if he says, I'll let her make this book, bring it out, have her therapy, because I know that sometimes artists write books as a therapy session, even though Britney does go to therapy, but this is another way of therapy, like she's putting everything out there in the book. So if he's like, okay, we'll let the book go, do well, and then he can apologize to her privately and publicly as well, and then he says, let's move on after this, then yes, I honestly think that everyone would have so much respect for him if he was to do it that way. Because then it's like, yeah, okay, you've let her have her time, just like you had yours in 2003, I think it was, that radio interview, then 2006, 2009, and then constantly in between, every other years as well, he would mention something about her. And it's like, so why now you want it to be evolve and and forget about the past when you never did? It doesn't work that way at all. You can't always bring up the past when it suits you, which is exactly what he did. But now that Britney wants to bring up her past, you don't want that. It doesn't work that way. And the reason why I'm making this video is because of that. I just need to get it off my chest. It is really, really, it's frustrating how people can actually think that they're above this kind of stuff. No, you're not the only one that gets to heal and do your truth, even though it was this way, like on the radio interview, and then Barbara Walters, and then that Saturday Night Live sketch. But it's not just you. Other people involved have to do it as well. And in this case, it's Britney. She has to do it as well. And she stayed quiet for so long on this and has never spoken about anything in her life, though. Not just with him and her, with anything about her life. And this is what that book is. And it's like, it frustrates me that he actually thinks he's entitled to make Britney be quiet and make her again look like the bad guy because she is not evolved and forgotten and bringing up the past, when you've done that constantly to further your career from her. Because I don't know if this is true, but apparently the song "What Goes Around Comes Around," a lot of people are saying that was about Scarlett Johansson, which I had no idea they were even dating. But apparently it was about her. But a lot of people are saying no, it's about Britney. And it's like, if that's the truth, then there it is again. You did Cry Me a River about her, and then 2 years later, I think it was, you came out with your second album, and you're still bringing up the past with if What Goes Around Comes Around is about Britney. And it's like, seriously? So 2 years and you're still bringing up the past. And it's like what the F? Seriously, you start to you sit there and think, oh my God, what goes in people's minds? And I always had a feeling that Britney did nothing. And it's not because I'm a fan, it's because of the proof. To me, if he did just Cry Me a River and then moved on, it seriously moved on, then I would be like, okay, yeah, Britney cheated on him. But the fact that there's a possibility that What Goes Around Comes Around could be about her too, it's like, why are you still stuck on it? Like, why? You're telling everyone you want to evolve and move on from the past, but you haven't. And it's like, I understand artists express themselves in songs, but to me that sounds like someone who's guilty. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like someone who's guilty, and this is their sorry to that person, but while also making them the villain, which is weird. But I honestly had this feeling that that's what he was doing, because he just kept bringing her up in that radio interview, and then 2006 and 2009, and then What Goes Around Comes Around, the song, and it's like, why? Did you do something wrong? Like, to me, that's what I got. I don't know if anyone else felt that, but that's what I got. I got this feeling that it's him saying sorry. Like, I'm the guilty one, but I'm putting you through it because I need to further my career. Because, you know, you're Britney Spears, you've already got your career. And I had my career with NSYNC, but now I want to go solo. And I probably won't do so well by myself. So I always thought that, but I'm not sure if that will ever be put out there in the open. Like, I don't know if Britney will put that in her book, maybe not in those words, but I don't know, because I always thought that. And there are rumors coming out that he actually did cheat on her. So if that's true, and she does confirm that in the book, then they can sort of say, yeah, okay, maybe I was right with that theory. Because I don't know, I know people get, of course I know people get angry when someone cheats on them, of course. But then for many years in between, you're still writing about it and you're still talking about it. To me, that doesn't end up being you're the victim anymore. Like, that ends up being that you're the villain. You're the one that did something, but you've put it on them, and this is your sorry, and you're feeling guilty. I don't know. I don't know. I just always thought that. And it's like, I always thought that in the back of my mind. And I never, I liked NSYNC, and I did like him too. But then after all these things coming out, it's like, I gave away my pop vinyls of NSYNC. I know the other members don't have anything to do with him, but, I couldn't have Justin out of the pop vinyl and then just have the other members. I mean, yes, I could, but I didn't. Gave them away, and because I don't want anything to do with him anymore. Like, in all honesty, he just seems so stuck up, so entitled, and in all honesty, he would have had no solo career if he did not do this stuff with Britney, which is bad because he lived off her name, and he lived off constantly making her out to be the cheater and the lies and all this type of crap, and then allegedly with Wade Robson. Really? Wade Robson, the biggest liar in the whole world? Like, seriously? It just, I don't know, it just doesn't, the stories never sat right. And then and the thing is you just have to look at all you have to do is look at the stories. It's not like I'm making this up. Like, he did an interview about sleeping with her, taking her virginity, just like that. And instead of keeping it private, which, in later in life he suggests they don't bring up the past. And then he did an interview with Barbara Walters, and then a Saturday night SNL sketch, and then if it's true about What Goes Around Comes Around, the song. And then it's like, but how it doesn't make sense. How can you want someone else to keep something in the past, but yet you don't do it? And to me, that right there shows how entitled he thinks he is. What? Because he's Justin Timberlake. He's allowed to constantly talk about her throughout the years, so then he can further his career. But then she has done nothing her whole life and has stayed quiet about everything, and now it's her turn to put stuff out there. and get that therapy and move on, you want it to stay in the past. And it's like, yeah, that's bullshit. No one's gonna stand for that. The book's coming out and you're gonna have to deal with it. And I honestly hope if he wants to come back from this, he can. All he has to do is actually admit to it. Say, yeah, I effed up. I effed up and I'm sorry but already having spoken to Britney privately, then make a public one. And then he can say, I've spoken to Britney privately and we have truly worked this out. I'm going to let her go on this journey with her book. And I know I effed up. Please respect my privacy now with my family. And respect Britney's privacy as well. She's, this book is coming out. She's going to go tour with it, or, interviews or whatever she does with it. And then when it's finally finished, then we're going to move on. We truly are going to move on. And none of us are ever going to mention each other again. If something like that happens from him, then I honestly think people would be like, okay, yeah, fair enough. He's got a point. But right now, it doesn't make him look good by telling people by telling sources that he wants the past to be in the past, but yet he never did that. So I'm sorry if this video is all over the place. I just had to do it. I'm not even set up for recording, but I just thought I need to do it because it's too much. Like, it is honestly too much. Yes, there are other channels out there that are doing videos about this, but I thought I need to say something because this is kind of my therapy as well. Even though I don't know these people and they're famous, but it doesn't matter. We're all humans and we all F up. We all have feelings, and if something is wrong, it's wrong. You need to, call it out, and this is wrong. Like, if he honestly thinks that he is allowed to get away with constantly talking about her and bringing up the past, then why can't Britney do it when she has never ever even done anything like that? And this is the first time she's doing it, so she can really get therapy and move on, and move on from this life that she has had for 13 years with the conservatorship, and with everything being focused on her and lies and everything that you basically started. He actually started this. So it's like, why doesn't she have the right? You obviously had the right to do it, and you did it ongoing every 2, 3, 4 years, and then in between as well with the What Goes Around Comes Around song, but she's not allowed. It's like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, seriously, it doesn't make sense. And I know this is a longer video, but I'm sorry, I had to do it. I just had to do it. And it's too much. Like, it's too much. But there are channels out there that you can go and watch more in depth of it, where they debunk the lies about Britney and what has been said about her with actual proof as well. It's not just someone talking and saying, oh, this. There's actual proof. And there's Popcorn Planet that you can go to. Steph the Alter Nerd, and it's Steph the Alter Nerd, and it's Kim. Those are the 3 channels that I watch that I actually believe, because they actually have proof, and they actually, they debunk things properly. So they're the ones that I watch the most. And they've spoken a bit about Justin and Britney as well, but I just thought I needed to do a video just to get it out there and make it my therapy. So thanks for watching the rant video. But please stay safe, everyone, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.